morning and welcome to another edition of ClinCheck Theater Thursday. Today we're going to show a very interesting case where there is a upper spacing and overjet amount of area. Now, what we're going to be doing is closing the space, rotating these teeth, and closing both the overjet and the spacing. Now you'll notice as the teeth come back, there's actually IPR programmed in there. Now, this is what we call hypothetical IPR, meaning if we didn't have the IPR, the case would end like that with some overjet. Now, we don't want to end with overjet like that. We want the overjet to be really nice and tight. But at the same time, in all of our spacing cases, we use this thing called a virtual C-chain, which are these three trays all the way at the end of the case, and what they serve to do is sort of tighten up the contacts. Now, if our end goal, we always know that we need a little bit of tightening of these contacts because there's a little bit of a fudge factor in the Invisalign in terms of teeth connecting and actually being a tight contact. So we always want to tighten any space contact with this thing called a virtual C-chain, which is indicated by these three blue lines at the end of the case. Now, if we know we have that in the case, where in all spacing cases, we don't always create the tightest contact, we have to add this kind of extra tightening at the end, then if we actually have IPR, please understand it's only theoretical, and you should not perform the actual IPR here because the chances are that when the ClinCheck indicates that you should do 0.3 mil, it's probably not that tight over here. If anything, it's maybe like just open or maybe just the softest contact, but it's not a real contact that you need to plow through to a 0.3. So to summarize, whenever you have a spacing case, you want to make sure that you end with the proper overjet. In order to simulate that in the ClinCheck, you might need IPR, but that IPR that's in the ClinCheck is just theoretical. Don't actually do the IPR. Otherwise, you're making your spacing case even bigger, which will necessitate even a bigger virtual C-chain. The virtual C-chain will take care of any space left over, but don't create more space for us. That just makes our job harder. This has been a ClinCheck Theater Thursday.